Hey guys, so I'm back with another Alchemy Stars video, and in this video, I want to go over the Calamity Codex, particularly the boss for this week. And as you can see, I've already done this particular boss this week, but we can still go over this. I'll start by saying in terms of being able to get the maximum amount of points, all you have to do is reach the glistening diamond level. That will give you the max amount of lumamber and boxes, so you don't need to get to the Paragon or Legendary stage to get the maximum amount of rewards. So you only have to get 300,000 damage per team in order to get to the glistening diamond level. If you want to get the maximum amount of lumamber with only losing out on a couple of boxes, all you have to do is reach the platinum level, which is 500,000 damage. With this, you only need to do 125,000 damage per team, and then you'll get the maximum amount of lumamber. You'll just miss out on a couple of boxes. The boss for this week is Nefarious Barbara, and she is a fire unit, so you'll benefit from using water characters against this boss. Each of the Calamity Codex bosses have their own skills and abilities. In the case of Nefarious Barbara, she will continuously enhance herself according to the amount of damage taken. Each enhancement stack increases her attack by 10%. She also gets an 8% attack increase and a 5% defense increase each round. So she's going to get stronger and more tankier with each passing round. She also has some unique abilities. So when Nefarious Barbara's turn starts, she will move to the farthest location away from your team. She doesn't teleport to the opposite side of the map. She actually takes a legitimate path, transversing whatever set of the same colored tiles that will take her to the farthest point away from your team. It's actually one of the most annoying abilities and will make you feel like you're just constantly chasing her the entire time. She also creates broken tiles, which greatly limits your ability to make large combos and proc Aurora time. She also deals a lot of damage, and her attack range is almost the entire field, with the exception of a few safe zone areas. The safe zone areas are located next to these boxes, so if you stand right next to the box, you won't take any damage from Barbara's attacks. You will want to take advantage of these safe zone areas to avoid taking damage, especially as the rounds progress, because Barbara hits hard, and the broken tiles may prevent you from being able to get a large enough combo to heal up. She does have an attack that destroys the boxes, but more do get generated in a round or two. So make use of those while you can to avoid any unnecessary damage. Barbara's chargeable skill deals full screen damage and knocks back the targets. So this boss has a lot of abilities that will work against you, between her moving away from you, knocking you back, and leaving broken tiles on the field. So since the boss is a fire unit, you will want to use water units against her. And the reason I say that is not only because she's weak against it, but when you use the element that counters the boss's element, in this case water, you'll get bonus damage from using the water units, as it says right here, Aurorian element counter damage plus 100%. So when using water characters against Nefarious Barbara, they'll get plus 100% damage. So they will be doing more damage to this boss. My strategy for all of the Calamity Codex bosses is to use as many characters as possible that are the counter element, so I get as much bonus damage as possible. So in this case, I'll use as many water characters as I can, whether it's the main element of the character or the secondary element of a character. Obviously, I can't use all water units. We just don't have enough converters or healers to do that. So it's okay to use characters of neutral elements, in this case thunder and fire, to fill in any gaps in your teams. The most important thing is to have enough converters to do large combos, increase your mobility, and proc Aurora time as much as possible. Teleporters are also very valuable for this boss, since she moves away from you and pushes you back. Being able to teleport allows you to go right to her and set yourself up for a combo. Characters with long-range attacks and skills are also very useful for this boss, because they can hit the boss from far away, and you can get enough damage in even if you aren't right next to the boss. Healers are also important for sustain against this boss. In addition to using the safe zones, healers can help you stay alive for as many rounds as possible, preferably all of the rounds, because it gives you more opportunities to deal damage to the boss. So once you get into the battle, you also get some more information here, like the boss is immune to stun, frighten, paralysis, controlling effects. They're also immune to aggro, repel, and other passive displacement effects. They're immune to burn, poison, bleed, and other types of damage over time attacks. Attack increases by 8%, and defense increases by 5% each round. And the monster increases its attack by 10% after each enhancement stage. So let's go in and fight the boss. So basically what I like to do is do as much damage as I possibly can on the first round, because this is the point when the boss is going to have the lowest defense. Her defense is just going to keep going up, so you're going to be doing less damage as these rounds progress. And this is your best opportunity to try to get off Aurora time as well. So I want to make sure I do a 15 combo so I get Aurora time. I tried to save some of my skills so I can use conversion on this turn. I'm basically trying to get as much damage as I possibly can on this first turn. So I'm trying to make sure I hit around the boss as much as possible. So as you can see, right after the first turn, I already have 300,000 damage on the boss. These boxes do have safe zones next to them, so if you can make yourself end up right next to these boxes, you can prevent yourself from taking damage from the boss. So now I think I'm going to use the blue tiles to move over to her, so I can get some damage in. And she's going to move across the screen. But I do have Carlene's skill, so I'm going to teleport to the other side. And as you can see, she also makes these broken tiles appear, which takes away from your combo count. But we can at least get a good amount of damage in. But I make sure that I end up right next to the box, because then she can't do damage to me in the next turn. She is going to attack and get rid of the boxes, but at least we didn't take damage. And there are some boxes, so we're just going to hide for now, just because there's nothing else I can do. And now I do have a couple of skills I can use to my advantage. I think I am going to teleport one tile over, so that Barton's skill takes me directly to the boss. And I can get a big combo in. And all of my characters can attack, so we can get a good amount of damage in here. I'm also going to take damage from this, unfortunately, but it's not too bad. There's not too much I can do here, so I'm just going to go towards the boss. I do have more skills this turn, so I have a couple of options. I'm going to use Carlene's skill first, so I can use all of these blue tiles to my advantage. And I should have used Regal's skill twice, because you can stack that. That was a bit of a misplay, because I missed out on damage now because I didn't do that, but it happens. But I was able to proc Aurora time, so we get another turn. I'll just use Regal's skill this turn again. So now I can do a good amount of damage to the boss still, because I can go around the boss. So we'll get a lot of hits on her in this turn. And we also get some healing in as well. You know, unfortunately we weren't in a safety zone, so we took damage. But at least we're still alive. There's not that much I could do here. I can't get to her in any way. So I think I'm going to swap so I could try to heal up a little bit, and maybe we can make it into the next turn. So yeah, that attack really hurt, but we're still hanging on. This is our last turn, so this is our last opportunity to do damage. And we only have one skill. Luckily, it is a teleport skill, so I can move myself. This is what I mean about teleport skills being very useful for this boss. And now on my last turn, I can get some damage in. And we actually were still alive even after that attack. So I was able to improve on my score, did 1,000,000 damage with this team. But as you can see, you can get a lot of damage in with your teams. She is a bit of a tricky boss, but it's definitely doable. You just have to be really strategic with what you're doing in this stage. And definitely use the safety zones to your advantage so that you can try to get as many turns in as possible. Each turn that you get in is just more damage you're going to be able to put on the boss. So I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.